Okay, somewhere on our channel there's a video of me trying to fly this and it crashing. Anyways, I got into the RC plane hobby. I was initially inspired by my uncle and father, but I saw a YouTube series called The Maker Hangar with Lucas Weekly, and that got me started on the electronics and whatnot in order to actually build something. These electronics are actually directly taken from the recipe, the playbook of Lucas Weekly's Maker Trainer. But instead of downloading the PDF for the Maker Trainer, I thought I would try to make my own designs. And this one flew, but the ailerons were backwards, so it crashed. This one was too heavy for the motor. As you can see, it's a really small prop on a really big plane. But the electronics are all out of the Maker Trainer. Thanks to Lucas Weekly for the inspiration to get started in the scratch-built RC hobby. Okay, so I know I said I was going to do another foam scratch build, but I'm taking a break from that, and I'm going to try and just build a plane that is actually designed to fly, that I should be able to learn how to fly on. So I'm going with this kit plane. I found this plane at the I don't want to say the local hobby shop, but the closest hobby shop I could find. I went with the PT40 made by Great Plains, and I don't know, it just caught my eye. I don't know anything about this plane or if it was a good purchase or not. But so far, everything I've read online about it after I bought it seems positive. So the guys at the hobby shop were a bit taken back by the fact that I actually wanted to buy this because there's so much assembly involved. But I told them that I was looking for the experience of the build, and this is how they used to do it back in the day. So you know, a little bit of nostalgia there, I guess, and there's a guarantee that this plane will fly as long as I build it right. It's designed correctly. So anything that I ever built before wasn't designed right. This will take all those error factors out, and I'm guaranteed something that will actually fly. Whether or not I'm a good pilot or not is another question. But let's crack this thing open and see what all's inside. First, we got plans. This came with I haven't even looked at these plans yet, actually. I started reading the instructions for this a few days ago. I haven't looked at the plans yet. Oh, is that actually how big this thing is?
This is about, you said these were 3/16 in your kit?
Yeah.
That's about 3/16 of an inch.
The wheels are 2.5 inches, I know that.
This is probably the scale.
Alright, so this is going to be a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. Which, yeah, pretty cool. I was advised by a staff member of the hobby shop to buy a hollow core door from the local hardware store and tape these down and cover them with wax paper. That's the first thing I'm going to do before I start actually building anything. So we're just going to take everything out here. Just to give everybody an idea, this is a box of sticks pretty much, and it's going to turn into a plane. So I got a couple motor mounts here. This one has provisions for the nose gear. I'm probably going to end up having to use this one. So I'll get to checking everything to make sure that I've got everything on the parts list, and all these, actually from what I've read in these instructions, I've only read about half of this so far, but these are very detailed instructions, and I'm grateful for that. It's easy to understand, very direct. Tells you what kind of glue to use where, that kind of thing. For somebody like me, that means a lot because I don't have any experience like modeling anything. So working with different types of cyanoacrylate and epoxies and stuff is going to be new to me. So it's good that they're very specific on what type of adhesive to use, when and where. So I'm going to start checking and making sure that all of this is in there, and making sure that all the hardware is accounted for. And then, alright, so I asked the guys at the hobby shop what kind of motor I need to power this thing, or if they had one. Actually, it says on the front of the box like what size motors will work. 2-stroke 0.35 to 0.46 cubic inch, or a 4-stroke 0.40 to 0.52 cubic inch will work on this aircraft. So this is going to be, again, I'm deviating from the foam builds. I'm also deviating from the electrics. So this time we're doing a nitromethane. So it's, I think the fuel is the methanol-based alcohol that is 5 to 20% nitromethane, and there's some oil in there too. This is 2-stroke, so I think like 16 or 18% castor oil or something. This is all new to me, so keep that in mind. As soon as I found out that they had an engine for this plane, I couldn't walk out of the hobby shop without buying it, and so this is an OS Max AX. It's a 0.46 cubic inch 2-stroke. I'll be learning how to start and tune and operate this engine. Got a exhaust pipe. I'm just going to go with something like that, and it's got a fuel line adapter here. Actually plugs into the fuel tank, so I'm guessing it like pressurizes the fuel tank or something, so that fuel will actually go to the carburetor on this. I was telling myself, don't buy the engine yet, build the plane first. Save your money. That's what I was telling myself. But as soon as I saw the engine, I had to have it, because I just happened to have enough money to buy it. So I couldn't walk out of the store without it, but I am glad that I did buy it, because reading through the instructions, it's a 60-page instruction manual. I didn't get past page 22 about having to mock up an engine for the motor and build the motor mount in the front section of the airplane. So I'm glad I have the engine so that I can actually get past page 22 in this instruction manual. So there's still tons of parts and supplies that I need to acquire, and skills also. This plane's going to have stuff called monocoat on it, and I think that's some kind of shrink wrap or something. I think it might be the same stuff that shrink tubing's made out of for electrical work.
Polyolefin.
But I don't know. And so that's going to be interesting. I still have to purchase the equipment for that and learn how to use it. This is going to be an interesting build for me. I hope it's interesting for anyone that's watching it too. In the next episode in this series, I'll start assembling. So if you guys want to follow this series, we're going to go from this to me actually learning how to fly a model aircraft. Hopefully. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching. All sick.
Now you gotta put it together tonight so we can get around to it. I was tempted when you're like, yeah, I couldn't walk out of there with an engine because I was tempted to use
Peter gets sprung up, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.